Hello everyone, welcome to Little Chapel of Faith. My name is Tina. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We have platforms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you're on any of those or all of those, please like, subscribe, and share. We are here with our daily reading from the Diary of Saint Faustina. We do have a playlist on YouTube with the readings thus far. So if you want to go on there and read and catch up, you can. Otherwise, we are on page 217 and number 506. Father Andras, Spiritual Council, October 27th, 1935. Do nothing without the consent of the superiors. One must think this matter over thoroughly and pray much. One must be very careful about these things because in your present situation, sister, the will of God is certain and clear. For you, in fact, bound to this congregation by vows and perpetual vows, at that, so there should be no doubt. What you're expecting interiorly, sister, are only by the glimmerings of a project. God can make some alterations, but such things are very rare. Don't be in a hurry, sister, until you have received more precise knowledge. The works of God proceed slowly, but if they are of Him, you will surely recognize them clearly. If they are not, they will disappear, and you, being obedient, will not go astray. Speak frankly about everything to your confessor, and obey him blindly. For the present, sister, there is nothing more for you to do than accept the suffering until that time when everything will become clear. That is, all things will be resolved. You are well disposed as regards these matters, and so continue in the simplicity and spirit of obedience. This is a good sign. If you continue in this attitude, God will not allow you to fall into error. Still, as much as possible, keep far away from these things. But if despite that they still come your way, receive them calmly and do not fear anything. You are in the good hands of a very good God. In all that you have told me, I do not see any illusion or anything contrary to faith. These things which are good in themselves, and it would indeed be good if they were a group of souls pleading with God for the world, as well as we are all in need of prayer. You have a good director, stay with him and be at peace. Be faithful to God's will and carry it out. As to your duties, always do what you are told to do, and as you are told to do it, no matter how humiliating or toilsome it might be. Always choose the last place, and then they themselves will say to you, go up higher. In spirit and in your demeanor, consider yourself the least of the whole house and the entire congregation. In everything and at all times, be most faithful to God. I desire, O my Jesus, to suffer and burn with the flame of your love in all the circumstances of life. I am yours, completely yours, and I wish to disappear in you, O Jesus. I wish to be lost in your divine beauty. You pursue me with your love, O Lord. You penetrate my soul like the ray of the sun, and change its darkness into your light. I feel very vividly that I am living in you as one small spark swallowed up by the incomprehensible fire with which you burn. O inconceivable Trinity, no greater joy is to be found than the loving of God. Already here on earth we can taste the happiness of those in heaven by an intimate union with God, a union that is extraordinary and often quite incomprehensible to us. One can attain this very grace through simple faithfulness of soul. When a reluctance and a monotony as regards my duty begins to take possession of my life, I remind myself that I am in the house of the Lord, where nothing is small, and where the glory of the church and the progress of many, a soul depends on this small deed of mine, accomplished in a divinized way. Therefore, there is nothing small in a religious congregation. In the adversities that I experience, I remind myself that the time for doing battle has not yet come to an end. I arm myself with patience, and in this way I defeat my assailant. In no way do I seek perfection inquisitively, but I probe into the spirit of Jesus and fix my eyes on his deeds as summarized in the gospel. Even if I lived 1,000 years, I would not exhaust what is contained here. My intentions are not recognized, but rather condemned. I am not too surprised, for I know that it is only God who scrutinizes my heart. Truth will not die. The wounded heart will regain peace in due time, and my spirit is strengthened through adversities. I don't always listen to what my heart tells me, but I keep asking for God's light, and when I feel I've regained my equilibrium, then I say more. I'm going to leave it there. So much in that one just sadly reminded me of what occurred yesterday. Those poor children in that school, Catholic school. The devil is around us all the time, my friends. All we can do is pray and be strong and not let the devil get to us. Pray for those families. Be well. Be kind to each other. God bless you all.